Alright, welcome back, and looks like we are going to have another TVP here. It's going to be Reality coming out for Con against Stats for KT.
Wait, sorry, I have the wrong game.
Uh-oh. Alright, let me pause.
That's because Esports TV uploaded them in the wrong order. Wow, cool.
You see, you got to use the small VOD thread. Best thread in the universe.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And here we go again. Set number 5. Another TVP, Reality versus Stats on Jade. Looks like Reality is 1-0 against Stats, actually. I don't know if that was this season or not.
No.
No. Okay. See? That's why I got Kit, guys. Because Kit actually knows things that I don't.
Yes, I actually have a good memory, unlike you.
Ouch. Ouch. I'm getting better. I now know Reality's name.
You mean like in Korean or just Reality? I
just know him. I mean, like, before the season, the only players I knew on Con were, like, Stork and Jangbi, and that was it. And I guess FBH, but he's not on Con anymore. Anyway. Yeah, PVT on Jade, nothing unexpected there. Reality's TVP in the regular season was 1 and 2. And Stats looks like he was 3 and 3. So neither of them particularly amazing records. Although Stats overall is much better. And what else was I gonna say? I don't know. Anyway, Reality. I mean, even though he overall hasn't been performing that amazingly, I still remember his first game of the season, where he did like that awesome Vulture harass against some Protoss on this map on Jade, where he just like denied the 4th base for 15 minutes or something ridiculous. He just kept killing the probes that were being sent over there, and that was really cool. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't remember that game, but when I think of Reality, the one that comes to mind is the one against Mind, no pun intended, where he completely destroyed him because he had a tank and Mind didn't.
Oh, didn't Reality also get that free win over Last?
Yes, that game too.
Yeah, Proxy Racks on Proxy Racks. Ha! You see, I remember 2 of his games, and you remembered 1.
Hey, what do you mean? I just didn't bring the other ones up. Gosh.
Whatever. Excuses. So it looks like Reality's going to be in the bottom left. Stats will be in the top left. I think we're going allied colors here. So Reality will be yellow. Of course, we do want to ally Con because they are the #1 team in the world. But
SKT.
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to change the overlay. Oh, yeah. All right, Reality, Stats.
Yeah. Stats, even though he was on a complete oh, there's Flash and Stork.
They look like they're arguing with each other, but they're actually not even sitting on the same bench.
Stork is all like turning to Flash and being like, "My man, Reality here is gonna own your guys' stats." That was so cute.
Stork, such a cutie. And looks like Depot being placed to help the SCV mining a little bit. I'm actually not sure if it does that in this position. I know if the minerals are on the right side. No, I think it still does. Yes, I think that will make things a little bit more efficient. There's Reach. Of course, we do keep getting shots of him because he is the manliest Protoss in existence. And of course, with Protoss being the manly race, that would make him the manliest player in existence. Anyway, barracks at the top of the ramp here for Reality makes me think he's going to go for a 1-Rax expand. Not going to be quite as ballsy as Flash and go for 14cc, but we do have a Nexus first from Stats here, 12 Nexus. Which
man, these KT players, such steel balls.
Well, I think they're getting ready. Like, if eventually Brood War doesn't work out, they're preparing to go into investment banking. You know, you got to be as greedy as possible in that line of work. So yeah, looks like Kit doing a bit of drumming in the background. Is that your keyboard?
Yeah, sorry. My mic picks up like all sounds really, really clearly.
That's alright, mine does too. That's why there are always awkward chewing sounds whenever I eat grapes. Or at least, that's what I claim they are. Anyway, we have a 2 gateway follow-up from Stats. Very interesting. I mean, I have seen this before. I think it is more common, though, to just go for the 1 gateway and rush for tech. But, yeah. Interesting. Meanwhile, looks like the probe going to run into a couple of Marines and get taken out here. Of course, Stats did go to the top right and then scout cross map, it looks like. Meanwhile, Reality is scouted to the bottom right, and then it's going to keep going in the counterclockwise direction. Looks like there's the cybernetics core. So, presumably Stats is going to build like a couple of zealots here first. There is the Juhoon wannabe.
Oh, it is that guy again.
It's definitely Juhoon's hat too, right?
Yeah, I was busy watching the girl, but yes, that is the same guy.
I think we're doing this wrong. Like, you were watching the girl and I was watching the guy. This is definitely.
Be looking at the cute girl.
Yeah, we're doing something wrong. This is probably why we're like lonely StarCraft nerds. Anyway, looks like second probe has been sent. He's gonna try and dodge these Marines here. I don't think he's gonna be successful because the SCV is gonna see it. Yeah, he's gonna save it at least though. And looks like there is the SCV transfer, very nicely timed. And there are the 2 zealots, as expected. Can they block this SCV? It looks like they will. A bit of dancing going on here. Jukin and Jivin! Oh, wait, there's a Dragoon out. Alright, so at least he's gonna see the 2 gateways. That's not a big deal.
Reality has such poofy hair. Kind of reminds me of, like, you know, the front part of Ariel's hair.
Of who?
Ariel from Little Mermaid.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Little Mermaid actually plays for Samsung Khan. Yet another reason why this is the #1 team in the world. We have Disney characters on our team.
Poofy.
Oh man, poor Reality.
Not poopy.
So there are Flash and Hoja, just chilling. Of course, they already got their wins. It is now in the hands of their teammates. Unless it goes to an ace match, in which case we could see Flash again. Unlikely, I'd say, given the map choice. And given how strong these Zergs are, we actually might see Hoja, in fact. Anyway, there is the robotics facility, very standard. There's another random comm person who I have no idea who that is. Who's that guy on the right?
That's Junie.
He's like the random Zerg guy that played once or something, right?
Yeah, and he lost. No, that was the time where Ace 3-0'd Khan.
Oh, that time. We don't speak of that anymore. That is being blotted out from my memory, pretending it's never happened.
That's what happens when you send out Junie. You curse your team that day.
I don't know. I mean, sending out random players worked pretty well for Team 8 though at the end of the season. Maybe January was. See, January pioneered that strategy of sending out a random guy. Although it didn't quite work out as well then. Anyway, looks like a pretty fast third from Reality. Gonna match the fast third base of Stats, kind of. So he's just kind of, you know, expanding behind here, which is fine. Terrans can be a little bit behind on their expansions compared to Protoss. So he's getting some comm sats up, getting his armory, all good stuff, all standard stuff. This is not so standard though. He's actually moving out already with just a single siege tank and 4 Marines. He's got a few vultures running around the map. Oh, I think this is actually a distraction tactic. He's pulling all the Dragoons down to the third base. He's going to run the vultures into the main base. This is actually a great move. Unfortunately for him, though, Stats is well prepared for this. Look at that. He's got 1 Dragoon blocking a very nice wall in. And that move, despite a really nice little tactic there, is not actually going to do anything. Wow, he even blocked the top of the third there with vultures. Very, very nice defensive play from Stats.
Indeed.
Looks like a few spider mines going to get cleared out. And
he did get a decent mine hit on 2 Dragoons though, so...
Yeah, I mean, he also only lost 1 vulture. It's not like he really paid anything for that. I think that would have been so cool if that worked, though. I mean, you know, mad props to both players, both to Reality for pulling a move like that, and Stats for defending it. Hopefully this does mean we'll get to see a nice long PBT here. I mean, they're getting their 3 bases up. No serious engagements just yet. I do hope Stats actually gets a 4th base up soon, though. He's going to need one now that Reality's on his 3.
I'm not his sister. Holy crap, you guys.
I don't know. I wonder who actually started that. I wonder. It's got to be like, I don't know, Folon or something. Somebody's trolling it up. Folon, is this your fault? I'm blaming Folon. I don't actually care if it's his fault anymore. I'm blaming him.
Blind Roar is so mad at everyone asking.
I should put like a giant overlay on the screen or something. This is the epic SPL mangaka. Anyway, it looks like Stats sending out a few Dragoons to clear the way for this probe to take his 4th. I think there's still one Vulture chilling there though, so he's gonna have to send the Dragoons up to take care of that. And oh no, here we go! Here we go! Here's the patented Reality denial of your 4th base. Trying to give Stats some expansion blue balls here. And oh, is he gonna get it? Get it! Get it! No,
oh, no! He
no.
didn't get it. Was it because I don't know? I thought the shot went off, but maybe it missed because the probe was on high ground.
I think he tried to be a little bit too fancy there, and
oh, people. I love how the cameraman always goes for the people who are sleeping.
Man, how can you? Why would you even go to these matches if you're just gonna sleep on the chair? Like what about that poor guy who got here at 8 AM and didn't get a chair, and now this guy is just sitting there sleeping? Like, can you imagine how angry that person is right now? Ah, I mean, I'm feeling angry for him. So BM.
Yeah, I'm a little bitter too. There have been plenty of times where I really wanted to, like, the first Con versus SKT match, we got there an hour and a half early, and no luck. We were just crammed in the back. And I actually made it cheerful too.
Wait, how come you couldn't get in? You're a fangirl. You need to, you know, abuse your position.
I don't know, man. Oh,
clearly not doing
Zealot
it
drop
right.
getting denied.
That was cute. Drop one Zealot, kill an SCV, and run away. Not exactly going to be a game changer there. And nice little spaced out factory position from Reality there.
Just trying to be a Terran Harangi.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit inefficient. You're leaving a lot of space in between the factories, but of course, you know, then there's no risk of units getting blocked in. A lot of people say that that's an anti-recall factory placement, and I actually never 100% understood like how that is in any way anti-recall. Like, the Protoss will recall onto your factories whether they're spaced out or whether they're clumped together, but I don't know, maybe somebody intelligent in the chat can shed some light on that. Anyway, it looks like first vessel's on the way as well. Dropship coming out first though, but the observer sees everything. And meanwhile, Stats just moving around the middle of the map. Looks like he's sending a few units over to the top right as well, probably thinking about taking a 5th. Of course, his 4th base was delayed for a little bit there, so built up a few minerals in the bank. As you can see at the bottom right, he's got actually almost 1,000 minerals now.
Ooh, dropship. Comes the Vulture harass.
And it looks like Reality actually doing something similar to what Stats did just now. Like, drop a couple Vultures, kill like a probe, and then run away.
A random tank too.
Meanwhile, Vulture's running up here to the top right. I don't know if they managed to kill a probe. I don't actually know if Stats sent one over yet or if he was just clearing things out with his Dragoons. Looks like the first Arbiter is out. He's getting a bunch of High Templars as well. Hopefully we get to see some nice storming action. Of course, he did do that against Lita in their match on Jade, actually. Wait, that was Stats, right?
Yes.
Alright, whew. I suddenly doubted my memory.
You wrote a freaking analysis
I know.
piece on it.
I know, that's why I'm thinking. I'm like, if I get this wrong, that would just be so embarrassing. Ah, I'm getting way too old. My poor... I'm getting senile, see? It's not my fault. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh yes, Stats did some epic storms in that game. Yeah. Damn, that point was really not as interesting as I hoped.
If you're hoping for epic storms in this game, though, that means you want Reality to lose?
That's an interesting point. Man, this is terrible. Like, Khan should only field Purdosses, because then I never have to cheer against the Purdoss. Actually,
yeah, that's pretty much how I feel too.
Although I guess January does kind of agree, which is why she plays Grape more than you'd think she should. But anyway, we have a double shuttle going on here. It's probably going to be one with Zealots, one with High Templar. So you just have the one with Zealots, just let it go and do the moving unload on it, and then you can actually concentrate on the one with Templars. But it could both be Zealots. I don't actually see his High Templars anymore. I would imagine he does have at least a couple of High Templars in those shuttles. Of course, that prevents them from getting sniped by Vultures, and also prevents them from getting EMP'd, because since they're pretty slow and they're pretty flimsy, so you want to keep those guys protected. Uh-oh. Oh my god, those mines could be huge. Miney! Go!
Oh wow, that was a good mine on the Zealots. Yeah, I don't think Stats would be silly enough to let a second mine pivot happen to him. Like, that game must have traumatized him. He sees Vultures and he just probes, run away. Oh wow, that is many tanks.
That is many tanks indeed. However, he has lost most of the Vulture support. And siege tanks by themselves, well no, they're still pretty good, but you don't want a few Vultures at least to buffer hits and whatnot. Anyway, looks like one science vessel actually positioned, actually one science vessel in both the natural and the third base, ready to EMP any arbiters that may try to recall an army, or oh, wait, no, the vessel actually moved away here. Why did it do that? Where's it going? Looks like it is going to be a recall, though. And he's going to get spotted by the barracks. Is Reality paying attention? Where's the science vessel? Where did it go? Oh, he might actually be baiting the recall here. There's a lot of spider mines, but his SCVs are there as well. They'll get killed, and well, the recall goes off, but most of the Terran army is still there, though. I don't know how effective this is going to be. He's killing a decent number of SCVs at least, but is this really worth it? Looks like the rest of the SCVs do run away. Nice defense matrix on the leading siege tank, and I do not know if that was actually worth it. Because Stats actually doesn't have his extra set of gateways up, so he can't even reproduce that quickly.
Yeah, now they're even on supply, and Reality's ready to push out now.
Oh man, and Stats actually only just now getting those gateways up the top right, but he's actually just moving in the front, and here we go! The Templars unloading from the shuttle, everything is clumped! Oh my god, huge storms on the siege tanks, but is it going to be enough? The rest of the Protoss army is demolished there. Reality holding on to his supply lead, and he's going to keep going with this push. He really has to make this one count before those gateways can get up, before Stats can recover. Reality just has to at least, get a decent position there on the natural, maybe kill that left side base, the third base, and start thinking about the top right, because basically Stats is going up to 6 bases right now to Reality's 3. Reality hopefully at least is thinking about taking another a 4th base here, but this is a pretty crucial attack here. It might be do or die with this push, and here we go. Looks like Stats has a decent number of Zealots in his natural, but he's not able to get a good position with them, and Reality is going to siege up here. Now Stats, he does have all those gateways at the top right, so he can, macro up a flanking force that, could either try and flank this this main army of Reality or go for counterattacks, but it's not going to be easy. And here we go, a few units moving down to the third base as well. It's going to siege everything down. The supplies are actually evened up a little bit here. Stats catching up with his massive gateway count. He actually had a ton of gateways in his main as well. And he's got to have 20-something gateways, I think, at this point. But he is going to start losing his bases now. A lot of Vultures flooding in for Reality. Man, if Reality can take this game, that'll be so crucial to take out Stats and put Khan up 3-2.
Indeed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's getting dropped.
There's a spider mine! And why do we look at January's face when there's a spider mine there? What?
I know, that was such a what-the-heck moment. Oh, but it looks like it was okay.
Well, apparently he has no probes at the top right main, although he does have a few at the natural there, so you can transfer them over. And that was such a random camera change, what? It's like we see 2 Zealots drop on 5 clumped tanks, a spider mine pops out, and then boom, January's face.
No.
I mean, Kim got old beautiful, but, come on.
Reality. Why is he being so like indecisive? Splits his army, kind of goes for the 1 o'clock and then comes back, but he already lost a lot of the units that he left there.
I think he did kill the 9 o'clock though, so that's kind of okay. I mean, you are correct, you know, in these small numbers, Protoss units are generally more efficient, but at this point I think it's fine. You know, he's killed the natural, he's killed the third, he's attacking the main base. He's gonna sacrifice 6 siege tanks there. That is not a good idea. I don't know what he was thinking there. Like, does he not realize there are all those gateways are up at the top right? That's a bit silly. I mean, you know, even though he's in a fantastic position right now, it is definitely still kind of winnable for stats. I mean, the game is definitely not in his favor, but, you know, if Reality keeps doing silly things like throwing away half a control group of siege tanks, stats will make a comeback here. And it looks like Reality actually leaving just a few units at the main base and sending everything else to the top right. I think this is the correct decision. He has killed the mining bases now at the top left, so he really wants to cut off Stats' economy now. He doesn't care as much about the infrastructure there in the main base. And looks like here he's going to engage. Not enough units for Stats. I think he's got a better position. He is on the high ground, but it doesn't matter. Losing all of the Zealots, going to have to retreat with these Dragoons. He did do a decent amount of damage there while Reality was sieging up. And I'm actually a little bit surprised that he's not using the forces he has in his main base to bust out now, considering Reality didn't actually leave that much stuff there. Or actually, now that I think about it, I don't know how much stuff he has.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh, Storm! Oh no, Reality taking so much damage, and this is the crucial time here. Reality losing the last of his push. Oh my goodness. Oh man, a game that looked so good for Reality is suddenly looking pretty scary, and the KT bench knows it. Oh my god, Reality, what have you done?
You notice how like the KT reaction shots are almost always a Flash and Hoja. They're like the two BFFs that sit there and just like giggle about everything that goes on in the games together.
Oh wow.
Oh no. SCV train walking through Archons.
I am just lost for words here. I mean, Reality was in such an amazing position, but now I think he's just lost. Like, I don't actually know what he can do now. Without that main core of siege tanks, it's just like, oh, so sad. I mean, I think he delayed his fourth base a little bit too long there. Really, that base should have been up and mining, but it was actually only just finished construction. Looks like one siege tank. It's gonna finish off all these probes, but I mean, oh, dude, Reality, what did you do, man? What have you done? I'm pretty mad.
Those poor probes.
It's alright. One of those probes is going to be like a Tom Hanks probe. Just shoot it with a pistol and then just like blow up the tank. Yeah, sick reference. Anyway. Well, okay, so stats, he still has the top 3 expansions. Reality is basically mined out at his main and his natural. He's got his third base still kind of mining. Looks like he's now secured his fourth base again. But he's down like, well, actually, he's down like 20, 30 supply, but it's still playable. I mean, I think I've been kind of calling the game a little bit too eagerly here. You know, I'd say actually it's kind of even-ish. Stats probably has a small advantage now, and actually if he gets his recall off though, he's going to kill this base for sure. Reality's army is completely out of position, and that's going to give him a very nice advantage. Yep, there's the recall, immediately lifting the command center, but no way he's going to defend this. A little storm on the retreating SCVs, very nice move. There's the EMP, but that doesn't really matter. Although it looks like a lot of vultures coming back here to clean up these units. The EMP did take all the shields off those units, and actually,
down.
The thing is, though, I mean, Stats basically traded like, you know, 40 supply of units for one command center. Now, is that going to be worth it? Of course, the units aren't dead yet. You can still pick off a few extra Terran units, but it looks like Reality just going to ignore that and go attack. But even though he managed to, you know, grab all those free Protoss units, he's still behind like 25 supply, and now he's missing his fourth base. So it's getting increasingly difficult for him to do anything. Oh, might get a nice EMP off here, though. Ooh! Grabs both the Arbiters. Very nice move.
So you don't clump your Arbiters. All 2 of them. Just to...
All 2, indeed. Man, it makes me so sad when I'm playing a game, I have like 5 Arbiters clumped and there's an EMP. I'm just like, oh my god, why am I so terrible?
God.
Oh no, the
God,
mine's
he's gonna lose
closing with the
everything.
tanks. Huge
Storm!
storm! Oh man, the storms this game have been brutal. Looks like Reality will take the battle anyway, but I don't think there's any way he can push up here. He's going to be pushing into a high ground position with almost no buffering vultures. Like, this is not a good idea. Looks like he's going to target down the shuttle at least, but Storm's just blanketing his army yet again. And Stat's actually pulling back there. I think he can just go and kill these tanks now.
Stats is the new Jamie.
Oh man, Reality now retaking his 4th base, but he is so dead. He is so dead. Come on, Khan! Khan! Don't die. Reality, you idiot. You could have put us up 3-2. Why? Why?
Yeah.
Just for the record, slight disclaimer, this cast may or may not contain Khan fanboyism / bias. Or, I guess in your case, fangirlism. Wait, that's weird. You always hear fanboyism, but you never hear fangirlism.
Fangirling? I don't know, that's...
Fangirling. Fangirlism. Anyway, it looks like Stats is being so obnoxious with these two Arbiters. Look, there's no anti-air.
Reality built 3 Marines just to chase down the Arbiters.
Those Marines, man, look at that. Look at that. It's actually working. This is so random. Like, this game is over, but they're all doing cutesy stuff now. Oh man. I mean, Stats is like a 70 supply advantage, so yeah. I mean, I wonder if like Reality can somehow just turtle up on the bottom right bases and, you know, basically split the map, and as long as he doesn't die, maybe he can hold on. I mean, the issue really is though that it'll be hard to defend recalls in so many places, because if he tries to take the bottom right, like his main base will be very vulnerable to recalls. If he got recalled there, there'd be absolutely no way for him to defend it, so he would have to have like perfect EMPs. But anyway, uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have an attack here, and oh my god!
Oh,
Reality was unsieged! Oh man, this is probably gonna be it here. A couple of tanks getting stasis, but either way, Reality trying to pull back into a better position. It doesn't really matter. He's going to siege up now. He's only got 4 tanks against the monstrously big Protoss army. Storms on everything once again. Man, Stats showing some really nice PVT this game. And that is going to be that, ladies and gentlemen. Reality not too happy with himself. I think he knows he had it in the bag.
Yeah, I really thought he had this game.
Reality, you have disappointed a Khan fangirl. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Just couldn't end the game.
And looks like a few units heading over. Actually, most of the army now heading over to attack the main base. Only a couple of siege tanks.
Oh.
Big mine taking everything down. And GG from Reality. Stats pulling a nice comeback here. And taking set 5 for KT Rolster. KT now has a 3-2 lead over Khan. They need just one more game to take the first best of 7 series. Of course, remember though that this is a best of 3 of best of 7s, and looks like Stats just knocks the present out of the mascot's hands. Mascot facepalming a little bit there.
This isn't a good position for Khan. In general, you don't even want to. You don't want to let KT even get 3 wins, because if they get 3, then that means you're definitely going to have at best you're going to have to take it to the ace match, which means
Which means Flash. Unless it's Outlier. Unless it's Outlier. I really want this to go to ace. Like now it's not just because, we need it to go to ace for Khan to have a chance, but it's also like I really want to see what is the strategy. What is the KT strategy for Outlier? I'm so curious now. More importantly, who does Khan even have left that can win? Whoops. Oh no, go away. Sorry, I got an ad on my VOD.
Okay.
Alright. So, are you ready?
Mhm.
Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.